So about 2019, before COVID, there's about 2.5 million businesses for sale. There was a little dip through COVID. A lot of people kind of didn't know what was going to happen, so there was some uncertainty. But what's going to happen over the next 10 years is the amount of businesses that are actually going to market is going to explode. There's going to be nearly 7 million companies for sale within 10 years, and it's fueled by these retiring baby boomers. 10,000 baby boomers are retiring every single day in this country. 10,000 a day, and 27% of them own a small business, a business in the $1 to $5 million revenue range. That is defined as a small business. So tomorrow, when you wake up, 2,700 more businesses will be available to buy. Who wants to buy one of those businesses? Yeah? So another really interesting statistic from the Exit Planning Institute, business owners, 70 to 80% of their total net worth is actually locked up in the value of their business, right? And the average retirement fund, we just had a great presentation about self-directed IRAs and all those things. The average retirement fund of a retiring business owner is only $202,000. That's not a lot of money if you want to retire. Even if you went to live in Mississippi, which apparently is the cheapest state in the country to live in, you need $52,000 a year to be comfortable, right? So if you've only got $202,000 in your retirement account and no one will buy your business, so you've got to shut it down and walk away, you're making no money. You actually sometimes have to pay money to shut a business down because you've got a lease and suppliers and taxes and all that kind of stuff. But if you have to walk away from a business, and if you're lucky and you walk away, it's not costing you any money, $202,000, it won't last you 4 years, even in the deep south of Mississippi. I'm sure it's a beautiful place. But if you had 20 years to retire, you're only going to get $11,480 a year, according to Fidelity, who calculate all these things. So you can't, even if you can't sell your business, you can't retire. You've got to go back to work. This is why people are having to work even longer in this country, because their retirement accounts are not funded. And sellers are not prepared. They don't think about this stuff. It's crazy. 27% of these people don't know how much money they need to actually live on after they retire. And 80% have never sought any advice whatsoever in this transaction. And 88% got no exit strategy. So all these business owners, they know one day their business is going to have to change hands, right? Someone's going to have to take that business on, or the business is going to get shut down. 88% of them don't know how to do it. They've got no exit strategy. If you go back 15 or 20 years, a business owner would hand the business down to the son or the daughter. Next generation family business. But now, these crazy kids, they don't want to take over dad's manufacturing company in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. They want to be YouTubers or Instagrammers. They want to go to law school. They want to go work on Wall Street or for a consulting company. They don't want to become a business owner. It's crazy. Now, that's the market. So there's 3 types of deals that you can do as a deal maker. The first one, the most popular one, is you can just go and do an acquisition. So you find one of these deals, and you go and you buy it. You buy it using other people's capital, and you use somebody else to run that business for you so that you can be more of a strategic investor working on the business and not have to get involved of any of the day-to-day. The other way that you can be a deal maker is if you've got a particular skill set or a set of experiences based on your life, you could do something called a consulting for equity deal. So let's say a gentleman on the front row owns a marketing agency and he wants to scale that, but he doesn't really know how to do that at speed. And the lady on the second row is like, well, I've done this before. I will come in and I'll partner with you. You're going to give me a free chunk of your equity, could be as high as 50%, and we're going to partner together and we're going to do that deal. So you're trading your time and your expertise for a share in somebody else's business. I've got thousands of students in my program that are doing a lot of these consulting for equity deals. And then the third type of deal that you can do, which is incredible, is wholesaling business deals. So hands up if you wholesale real estate. Okay, so about half the room. And like I've done a lot of sub-2 deals recently, and I don't have time to go out and find these deals. So I'll pay wholesalers to bring me deals. But what's an average fee that you will get if you wholesale a deal? Is it like $10,000 or something? Still good money. You go and find a deal, you lock it up, get it under contract, and then you go and pass it off to a buyer. You might make 10 grand. You do 10 of those a month. You know, it's a $1 million a year income. It's decent, right? Let's go through acquisitions first. So when you're buying a business, let's talk about the basic deal structure of an acquisition. So the total valuation of a business is really comprising of three things. The first thing is, like a sub-2 deal on real estate, if the business has got any debt already inside of it, it owes taxes, payroll, suppliers, rent, all these different things. We inherit that liability when we buy it, and then we're making up the rest of the valuation with a closing payment. If the deal warrants it, we can go raise some capital, pay the seller some money at close, and then we're going to seller finance the rest of the payments like you would seller finance a creative real estate deal. And then there's three ways to make money from an acquisition. So sometimes you can raise more capital than you actually have to pay the seller at close and your closing costs. So you can take some cash off the table the day you do the deal. But the majority of your money is going to come through your cash flow. Bearing in mind, you're now the business owner. These businesses are cash flowing every month. That's your money because you're the owner. And then if you grow that business and then you sell it to somebody else in the future, you can flip it in 90 days or grow it over a longer period. When you sell that money, you're going to get a capital gain, and you've got those exit proceeds. And there's actually 7 steps to acquiring a business. The first one is you've got to go and define your buy box. So my buy box can be very, very different to your buy box. Your buy box is, what experiences have I got, what industries do I know that I can go and target a company to buy and add some value. And if you find a business that you know nothing about, just go and partner with somebody that does. About half of my protege students in my program, they're partnering with each other and combining their skill sets. So buy a business that you know something about, you're passionate about, and you can add some value. Then you've got to go get deal flow. Now, what most people do, which is wrong, is they go to on-market deals. They go to like BizBuySell or Transworld or all these kind of broker sites. That's a really kind of dumb thing to do. The best way to get deals that you can do creatively is to go off-market. It's like the real estate world. So we do a lot of direct approaches. We leverage our networks. We target social media. There's so many businesses out there that you can target to buy. Off-market deals are a lot more fun than on-market deals. Then you go meet the sellers. Go build rapport. Get them to know you, like you, trust you. Get their financials. And then you can go away and quickly vet that deal. And then you can make an offer. And then offers and negotiations is really where the fun starts. It's all about having a pipeline of deals, having lots of deal flow. You can't just pick one deal and automatically assume, well, I'm going to close that. You might need 5 deals or 10 deals in your pipeline. Like, deal making's like sales. Anybody who works in sales, if you work in sales, you need a funnel of people that you can target. There's not ever going to be one prospect in your funnel. You're going to be talking to lots of different people to do this. It's the same with deals. And then you lock the deal up, you get it under contract, you sign something called an LOI, letter of intent. You can then go and get the deal financed if you want. You can go and get SBA financing from banks. You can talk to investors, or you can just creatively pay for the business over a period of time. And then you close the deal, and then you can grow, and you can optimize that business for sale.